Good morning, Internet. It's a grumpy man. Hopefully microphone's working this time, because for some reason it was being a cranky pants. It's 10 to 6 on a beautiful Tuesday morning. We're off to work. Oh, a bit cool out this morning. Like 14. My range. Oh, I got plenty of gas. Now, hopefully the bike doesn't throw a check oil level today like it did yesterday. For some reason. And then there's another setting you can check where it says oil level. And dealer was like, oh, you could just cycle out of that. I'm like, no. It was an actual error popping up. So anyway, they're gonna see if there's any if it threw any codes, basically. So I gotta do that tomorrow morning, which means, well, traffic. Well, traffic, I'm gonna figure out the best way of getting there. Because there's a lot of construction. And the most direct route is not the best. Actually, I need to figure out there's a way I take that to leave there. I just have to kind of reverse the process. Should be able to figure that out. Oh, 16, sorry, I lied. Anyway, I still have a few layers on. It's gonna be a really nice day out today. Good day to be stuck in an office. I'm gonna have to call that company, if I could actually talk to someone at Shad and say, is it gonna ship or what? I'm not gonna call today, obviously. It's July 4th, so no one's working. Possibly no one was working yesterday either. A lot of people probably took too long. Hello, son. Curious to see what traffic is like here today. Yesterday was pretty much non-existent. Bike is all washed. It was plastered with dead little bug friends. Washed the 2 cars too. They didn't look that dirty, but they look nicer now. maybe they'll stay clean for a couple days. I think it's gonna be nice till Thursday. So I'll have 2 days of clean car. So I recorded yesterday, however, for some reason my microphone was not, I don't know, it didn't work, there was no audio, so I just trashed the videos. Now, as soon as you plug it in, it seems to show on the little GoPro screen, mic, external mic, normal or something. The funny thing was, there was no sound whatsoever. I would think that if it wasn't plugged in or something, that it would, there's external mics on it. There's actually microphones built into the thing. But there was no audio whatsoever, which was really odd. Anyway. In my Honda day, just one of the videos didn't have sound, which was a bit bizarre. Hopefully, it will. I mean, I got rid of my last one because it was inconsistent. It would record sometimes and then not record others. So I'm hoping. In that case, that means it's the adapter that's not good. The expensive GoPro microphone adapter thing, like USB-C to 3.5 or 3.5 millimeter. Anyway, I had the helmet on my desk and I hit record and I tested it last night, or when I got home yesterday. It was working, so we'll see. See too, at work I brought my little adapter for my SD card so I can check it when I get to the office. Let's see if anyone tries to cut me off this morning. Feels like that kind of morning. The up ahead last minute, everyone goes in the left lane to cut around everyone, even though there's no traffic this morning. So it's like, see, look, you knew you were going in that lane, so don't start in that lane from the top of the street. Cut in at the last minute. Just sloppy driving is all it is. If you know you're going to be turning, it's like, if there would have been more traffic, that dude would have cut someone off big time. Yeah, speed up when I'm gonna merge. That's perfect. I think that person's just brain dead. I hate that. You put your signal on, you just going to merge. There's nowhere else I can go. I have to merge, but so speed up. Oh, there's my train in the distance that I usually take. Or usually take. I haven't taken the train in months. Actually, Thursday it's supposed to be, I don't know, 15 millimeters of rain or something. I think I'll take the train. Give that a whirl. I just have to stock my iPad with some Netflix. Awesome, you can download well, most of the shows on Netflix you can offline view. Very nice of them. I got tons of stuff to watch on Netflix. Well, so far this is normal. This is a bit heavier than yesterday. Right passer, yeah. Just gotta see if you can get around those two cars. Can you do it? Mr. Kia? No. Yeah. Figure, do it, man. That was a half-assed attitude of passing on the right if I ever saw it. Ooh, I'm thirsty. Yeah, that probably could have worn my other jacket. It's not going to be very too hot. But I brought my bungee cord, so I'm just gonna attach my my knapsack to the back of the bike. I'll be less hot not having that stuck in my back. So I said I had to call Shad. That's the Shad USA. They make bags and such for bikes. Because I'm planning a trip to the Gas Bay, 3-4 day road trip on the bike, and I could theoretically do it with a bunch of bungee cords and some luck, but I figured I should get luggage. And the good thing about the Shad ones is the actual bags, they work on any bike, or pretty much any bike. So you just have to change the mounting kit. So if I ever change bikes, sell them, or I could use them on my next bike. So those I'm going to order from within Canada, but I needed to order practice. The only place that had them was directly from Shad. And it took 2 days of phone tag because apparently their system doesn't recognize Canadian credit cards, even though credit cards are credit cards, but I guess the billing address. So they called me and left a voicemail. Of course, on the caller ID it says coming from Russia. And it happens, you get crank calls once in a while. And so I don't answer the phone, because I was in a meeting too, but whatever. So then I check my voicemail, and it's, hey, it's Shad, we just want to confirm the UPS charge, and whatnot. So I'm like, okay, so I phone, of course I get voicemail. So then they call me back. Same thing, but this time I was in the middle of my daughter's graduation ceremony in an auditorium. So I don't pick it up, but I see, oh, it's Russia, it must be those guys again. And alas, it was. Again. So then I call again, this was on Friday, so I call and actually get through, and they're like, okay, you just confirm your credit card number and all this. And I'm like, sure, thank you. And we're going to get that off to the warehouse, so they'll process and ship it. And they're like, if you put a video, if you go on one of my BMW websites that I go on the forums and post you know, so if you did like it and everything, and you post a little blurb saying, oh, I just installed the Shad bags, they installed nicely, blah, 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 they'll compensate you somehow. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. Maybe I'll get a t-shirt or something. Also, on my YouTube channel, if I show a little video of installing whatnot, I'm assuming they mean a positive video. Just send that all to him. But he was supposed to email and everything, and he didn't, so I'll call tomorrow. I'm like, can you ship this stupid stuff or what? Because it's gonna take forever. It's gonna take. I mean, it's UPS. UPS is regular UPS is not that. It's not that slow, but it's gonna still take 3 days or something. And it has to cross the border, which means on top of the shipping that I paid, which wasn't like crazy expensive, I'm gonna get nailed. Most likely for duty, brokerage charges, knowing UPS. If only there was a place in Canada I could get. And I hate that a bit too, because I have a Canadian website. It says Shad Canada. Basically, all that means is they put Canadian prices. That's all. But it still ships from the States. The whole point of for me looking for a Canadian website is so that, you know, I just pay shipping and I don't have to worry about it's going to get stuck at the border. I mean, I could put off my trip, obviously, but yeah, I mean, if I was guaranteed nice weather, I could pack lighter and I could do a trip for sure. You can pack quite a bit on the back of the bike with just a big bag. So anyway, I'm gonna go. Oh, excuse me. So I'm gonna leave from here early in the morning, like 4:35 in the morning. The only bad thing about that is bugs. But I want to really, because I'll have to go this way basically, so through all the traffic. So I want to make sure it's really early. Actually, it won't be this way exactly. It'll be this is the 20. I'd be on the 40. So anyway, I go past Quebec City. I probably won't vlog the way up there because it's a pretty boring ride, and I want to save space. But we'll see. But I mean, no one's gonna want to see a 3-hour video. My videos are way too long anyway. I gotta split this stuff up, more bite-sized morsels. So go up past Quebec City to like Baie-Comeau, and then there's a ferry. So I'll probably get a hotel in Baie-Comeau because that's a good 7, almost 8-hour drive depending on traffic and such. And then get a hotel, and then there's a ferry at 7 in the morning ish. So that'll take me to Matane. So but it's a 2-hour ferry, 2.5-hour almost ferry. You're crossing the St. Lawrence. So that should be cool. You always have a chance of seeing whales and stuff, and I could have a breakfast and cool. My bike is safe and parked. And then I'll take the 132 east and go around the Gaspé Peninsula. See the big rock there, Percé. Yeah, should be fun. If we could get days like today, that would be like awesome. Although it's gonna be hot later. The big extremes of temperature is a bit of a pain because you have to pack. More. I mean, if it was 17, 18 degrees all day, then I'd have this gear on plus the pants, and I just have jeans on today. But just wear all that gear. You're very comfortable. the Rev'It Excalibur, so it has this nylon, it's got padding and stuff, and then there's a waterproof layer, and then there's a warm layer. The warm layer, obviously, that's for when it's really, really cold. But with the rain layer in it, it cuts the wind, pretty much. So you're pretty warm. I don't wear anything underneath, usually. But I could wear, long johns or pajama bottoms or something. Or even jeans underneath. I've done that. Oh, he's in a rush. I think that's the same guy I saw yesterday. He's driving a bit slow. Some sort of BMW, but I did see the engine sticking out the sides, and it didn't look like a S1000. So I think it's like there's maybe an F800 R, something like that. Maybe. Nice. Oh, look at that! They're gonna actually finish that, maybe. So my trip. So 3-4 days. I'll come. The last leg of it, it all depends. If the ferry, I gotta check the website for the ferry and stuff, because apparently it's not very reliable, and it breaks down a lot, so then it's not running. Because I have to make a decision, because if I go, the only place to cross the St. Lawrence is at Quebec City. If you don't want to take a ferry. I mean, there's two ferries, Baie-Comeau and Godbout, but they're the same. It's the same ferry. It's the same company. So, yeah. So if that doesn't happen, then my plan B is I go up on the south shores of the 20s of this highway, and we go up all the way to or basically no, you take here Champlain Bridge across, and go all the way up on the south side. That would mean on the first day I stop at Matane, because I would be probably around 7-8 hours. Plus, I got to stop for gas. With my bladder, I got to stop at least in 8 hours. I'm stopping at least 3-4 times. So that's the way it is. So I'd stop at Matane, then I do go around the next day, and hotel in what was it, Bathurst or some little in New Brunswick, and then I could do a few things. I could just zip across home there, or I could just continue down the coast. That would mean going into the United States, which I'm a white male, so I shouldn't get too hassled at the border. I just bring my passport with me. I don't know how that works. I haven't crossed on a motorcycle. I'm assuming. Well, I did cross on a motorcycle. I think I was like 17. I was like 18 years old. But that was before 9/11, so I'm pretty sure they make you take off your helmet, which is, I think that's reasonable. They want to see if it's really you. And let's see. Oh, maybe that's the guy on the bike. Or maybe not. He's got a big fucking bag on there. That's a green machine. Oh, he's got a bag on his lap. Like a duffel bag. That is not safe, my friend. At all. At all, at all, at all. Nope, nope, nope. Not safe. I mean, you're trying, it's not attached to him, the bag, so if he has to stop and it's gonna fall, he's gonna, yeah. New rider on a 300. Yeah, you don't carry bags on your lap, you don't carry shit on your lap. It's something you do when you're 16 years old and you don't know better, or you have a scooter and it's under your feet. Oh, anyway, so back to my ride. So that's an option. So I've been to Maine probably around 4 or 5 times. Before we had kids, we went a few times, because from Montreal to like Wells, Algonquin, is around 6 hours. And it's a very nice drive. You don't take the highway. You get off the highway as fast as you can. You go through the There's a national park in New Hampshire, the Kakamuckus Trail or something, and it's like all curvy and just beautiful scenery. And then you go through this little towns on the little lakes. It's really nice. So for me, I would be in New Brunswick. So instead of going inland, I would go straight down, follow the coast. The name of the highway escapes me. I looked at it on Google yesterday. And I could cross right down and basically end up on Highway 1, which I've done further south in Maine, all the way down to Kittering. Good story. We went to see, we were down on vacation and we went to see, they were christening the USS Maine, which is a ballistic missile sub. And this was before 9/11, obviously, so I, like an idiot, I go right up to the base and I'm like, oh, I just wanted to get a picture of the sub. And the MP was like, super nice. Oh, you're gonna drive like a moron, aren't you? Yeah. Squid alert. Yeah. That's how many lane changes in 5 seconds? Yeah. Or at least he's signaling. Yeah. That's the kind of thing that doesn't help anyone. People are nasty to motorcycles to start with. Anyway, so we went to the base and the guy's like, well, duh, you can't get on the base, it's a nuclear missile sub. I'm like, but he's like, oh, and he took out a piece of paper and he drew me a map and he says there's a park, like just a park, a picnic area, like down the road. He goes, here, go here, go here. At the top corner of the parking lot, you'll see a little path. He says, go to the path and I'll take you to the edge of the water and you're going to be right across the bay from us. And you'll be able to get a good picture. Now, follow his instructions, and lo and behold, there was the ballistic missile sub. But I didn't have a zoom or anything. I had a piece of crap camera, so I didn't really get. Today, I would, with a nice Nikon there, I would have got a beautiful picture, and you probably wouldn't even be able to get across to that park. So anyway, so I'll end up on Highway 1, and I can go down to Bangor, and then from there. So if that's day 3, maybe I get a hotel. An exchange rate kind of is kind of sucky. $1 Canadian, I think, is 77 cents. It's better than it's been in a while, but it's still pretty sucky. So yeah, so I go. So then I could come back from there. So I could go down the coast. That's pretty nice too. But we'll see. If I can stay in Canada, it's just easier. It's just cheaper. So I'm hoping the ferry is. That's just for some nice roads. A guy I work with is he's a few years older than me. He's like late 50s, and he has a VFR. So a 6th gen VFR, the VTEC one that I don't particularly like, but it's still a VFR. It's still a half decent bike. But he goes and he's been up there with his wife. He's always up with his wife. His wife likes to. I don't know how you could possibly like riding on the back. I mean, a VFR is not as bad as a pure sport bike for the passenger, but it's not that nice. Especially if she's at the same age. Oh well, she's tough. But, and he said, once you get past Quebec City, once the 40 turns into the 138, so it's really awesome. There's really nice roads. You go up the mountains and you're right on the coast. And then there's a little ferry that crosses the Saguenay River. I mean, you're in really nice country up there. I mean, hell, my ride, I could just go like up the coast like that, past, and keep going north, and it would be like awesome roads. Probably less choices for hotels and stuff, but because right up north there's a few parks, but there's a big provincial park. I mean, I guess you thought maybe I'd like to camp. Oh, you idiot. Yes, cut in front of everyone. At least you didn't break the solid lines, moron. You knew fucking well where you were driving. You just want to cut in front of everyone. Like, there's not even a lot of traffic. It's 6:15 in the morning. Ooh, you couldn't wait behind 3-4 cars. Oh, you did cross a double line. Double winner. And there's another one up front. Yay. Where's a cop when you need him? Cops sit there sometimes, and that's awesome because you get, I forget how it's. I think it's a fairly large ticket because you're crossing the double lines. And sometimes the cops will just sit there and make you wait, that's something I would do. I'd be like, no, you don't get a ticket. No, because the monetary fine, I don't think it's going to hurt you. But if I make you sit there and wait and have everyone stare at you as they drive by, there's a place right below my work where everyone cuts everyone off to get back up to the Ville Marie, and it's at Lucien Lallier, and down on Saint Antoine, everyone just cuts the last, from 3 lanes across, everyone just cuts, because the first lane, there's a bit of a pause because people are turning up de la Montagne, and it's just an arrow at first. It's not a green, you're not allowed to turn. So, of course, there's a little pause because usually there's 1 or 2 people, or there's people crossing the street. And everyone's, so impatient that they cut. Which is why I don't take it on my motorcycle. It's just too dangerous. And the car is dangerous too, but I mean, you're in a car. So, yeah, you got airbags. And you're not going very fast. But anyway, sometimes the cop sits there and he just gives you like a timeout, like you're a kid. Like, you just go sit in the corner and you think about what you just did. And that was hilarious. I wanted to get off the road and go get a coffee for that cop. They did that a few times. They're just standing there. They parked their car, and the car is right there, and that's how flagrant people are. They do it right in front of the cop. It's funny. Yeah, well, sometimes you could do stuff in front of a cop, but sometimes no. I know someone, this is a while ago, he was speeding on the highway, and everyone was slowing down because there was a cop on the highway. But it was a Montreal cop, and the highway is not Montreal cops. It's the ESQ, it's the Sûreté de Québec, the provincial police that take care of it. And he's like, oh, I don't have to slow down, so he just sped up again. But he was going really fast. So, what does the cop do? Oh, you want to be like that? He got on his radio. You think they don't talk to each other? And a few kilometers up ahead, there was an SQ waiting for him. Yeah, got a nice ticket too. Because the other cop paced him. So, yeah, anyway, that's something like that. So that's it for traffic. That was just because it's merging down for this construction here, because this is all new. Or going to be all new one day, maybe before I retire. Another 20 years. So I am looking for a trip. I've done lots of small trips. I mean, I'm almost at 15,000 kilometers on this bike. This is my third, my first season. I got it Labor Day. So September 1st, the weekend of September 1st. So I didn't do much mileage that season. So basically in one full season and this year, I've done a lot of mileage. So 15,000. And that's just day trips. So I leave early in the morning, like early, 7, and I go out for the day. So I go to kilometers. I do a bit of commuting, but not. The weather's been so crappy this year. I haven't even done that much. And I know, if I was a real motorcyclist, rain or shine, it wouldn't matter, but Montreal, they don't see you anyway, and if it's raining, that's just one more distraction. I mean, they have their cell phones, they have rain, they have to turn on their wipers and stuff. Drivers can't even turn on their freaking lights and their automatic lights. So it's, they purposely turn off their lights, because if you leave it on auto when it's raining and a bit dark out, guess what, they turn on. So if they don't turn on, it means you've turned them off. So that's what you're dealing with here. So they have all those distractions. And then you're asking them to see me and to not kill me. So that's the other thing. the big highway is not the same as, you know, commuting in traffic. Like, if I was just going on a trip and get stuck in the rain, that's one thing. Oh, this is new. Get around a few of these cars. Oh, it's really warming up. It's nice. Again, I should have worn my other jacket. See, those are aftermarket saddlebags up ahead of me, and you see they stick out. At least they look like aftermarket. Those look like GVs or something. They do stick out a fair amount, which is what I'm trying to avoid. And I'm debating the top case too. I just don't like the look out of it, especially when you get one that's big there. I really don't like the way it looks. Anyway, I was looking at getting one of those dry bags, the ones that you can just drop the whole thing in the water, like a duffel bag, kind of squarish, but it has pockets inside for a laptop and stuff. Because I figure if I put my clothes in there when I get to a hotel, everything else is locked, and I can just have all my go-to stuff in there. It's a V-Strum or something, I think. Nice, I tested one of those. I quite liked it. Well, here we are. Nice downtown. Hopefully you hear my voice. The thing is messing up. Hopefully not. I should check if there's a firmware, but I think I just did. Anyway. Not a cloud in the sky. Seriously. So how long did that take us? We left at 10 to 35 minutes. Yeah, that's pretty nice for the morning. Any kind of inclement weather and that goes up fast. Will he make the light? No. A super nice day out today. Yeah, the good thing about arriving early like this is not jammed, because usually later in the morning, like even maybe 40 minutes from now, just after 7, it gets really busy around here. So my light didn't come on for my oil. Wonder if that throws a code. I don't know what throws a code on a motorcycle. I wish I had the tool myself, but it's very expensive. For my car, I have just a USB cable that goes into the OBDC port, whatever, and that just plugs into my laptop. And I have a little program that I think it was even free. Yeah, if it wasn't free, it was super cheap, and it's super easy because I can hack stuff on my I changed the splash screen on my infotainment system, so it's, instead of just saying Ford, it says ST, Ford Performance. Ooh, I'm a rebel. And but this is like, it's wireless or something. Yeah, it's like super expensive. It's like $300. What am I doing? Third gear, turning the corner. You're very pale. Yeah, I looked in the mirror. If I take my shirt off in the sun, it might take an airplane down, the glare off my pasty white chest, so I'm not one to talk. Nice little restaurant, Jerry and Ferrer. I don't go to this one, but I go to the one in St. Anne's. We know the owner. And I like it. Even though I can't eat half the stuff on it, but yeah. I'm on a special diet, specializing in pain in the ass. So no gluten, no dairy, no fun. I'll fit right in there. Try and leave space, but the problem is you have morons that are going to fit in there and not leave me any space. So, oh well. That was our ride. Uneventful. A couple of morons cutting in front of everyone, but I guess I was safe. So have a good day, all, and I'll be back online. I'm gonna film my my commute home. Take it easy.